Today I'm going to do a victory dance, a shameless victory dance, I guess I should say. So I offered people back here a very low introductory offer, $5 for your first month, and my offer was that I would give you a trade that would make you at least enough money to pay for a year's subscription with very little risk. And the first trade did not pan out. The second set of trades brought us back to even, and now today I noted for everybody that we took some puts on the QQQ back here, and those puts have now paid off. I posted to all subscribers this morning that the puts had now paid off enough to where they could use those profits to pay for an entire year's subscription. But here's what happened. A lot of people, like we were about a week and a half early here. We got in right here, and so what happened was a lot of people, like they always do, if we don't time something exactly perfect, they panic, they become emotional, they think I'm wrong, they quit, they take a loss on the trade when they don't need to, and then they miss the move, and you know they basically screw up, and that's exactly what happened here. So the people that let their emotions get the best of them, they missed the trade, and the people that listened to me, held their position, could have gotten. I don't know that this decline is over, this daily cycle low. We've clearly got an intervention today, and this may succeed in stopping this daily cycle decline. It may not. I don't know, but I do know that this afternoon when I posted that everybody had made enough money from that one trade to do exactly like I said, to pay for an entire year's subscription if that's what they wanted to do, if they wanted to lock up their profits and use that to pay for a year's subscription. So basically, you know, I'm going to take another victory lap like I do about 9 times out of 10. Doesn't mean I get every trade timed perfectly, and especially in a bear market, it's extremely hard to time trades perfectly. In the metals market, it's damn near impossible anymore to time perfect trades. It's just too heavily manipulated. In metals, you know, I've warned subscribers for months and months and months now that you're just not going to beat the cartel trying to short-term trade metals. You just have to take a very long-term position and hang on 4 to 5 years. Trading in and out, the cartel's just going to clean house on you. So metals, you know, you can just pretty much forget trying to time perfect entries and exits in metals. It's just not going to happen. But we got close enough here on this trade in the metals. And we did exactly what I said we would do. We would make enough money on one trade with very little risk to pay off an entire year's subscription. And the people that panicked, didn't listen to me, took a loss here when they didn't need to, you know, pardon my French, you fucked up. And the rest of us, you know, we did exactly what I said. So now we just have to see how this plays out. This looks like there's just too many signs here that this is a bear market rally. It's rolled over. We may get another bounce here, but I think we're headed down. And I would be very reluctant to play another long trade in the stock market until we get into the next intermediate cycle low, and that's probably not going to be due until maybe around the election. So at some point here we'll get a bounce. I think it's risky to try and play that bounce. You may be too early and we could get, you know, like a serious crash. Maybe, you know, odds are small, but maybe even like a 1987 type crash. And if you're trying to buy long ahead of something like that, then you're going to be way too early, and you'll get destroyed on that kind of trade. So I think it's just dangerous at this point to try and trade any bounce. You're better off to let a bounce happen and then try and short it again with maybe 1 or 2 puts, and let the longer term trend rescue the trade if you're a little early, which is what happened here. Although nobody would listen to me, when we were a little bit early. It didn't really matter if we were a little early, because the long-term trend was going to rescue that trade. And as I pointed out, these really stretched right translated cycles, they almost always end in some kind of crash. And I was right again, like I am about 9 times out of 10. So yeah. So basically, the moral of the story, if you listen to me, if you took a small enough position to where you didn't have to panic out, if we were a little early, then you got paid for doing what I suggested. And now we'll continue to try and navigate the rest of this bear market. And most importantly, we're going to make sure we don't do any serious damage to our portfolio, and try and get a few base hits along the way. But bear markets are very erratic, very volatile, and it's, you don't want to be swinging for home runs in a bear market. You just want to try and get a base hit here and there, and just make sure you don't seriously damage your portfolio. And that's what I'm going to do in the SMT. I'm not going to be swinging for home runs in this kind of environment. I'm going to make sure you don't destroy your portfolio during this bear market. And with this trade, I've made everybody enough money to stay active for the next year, and I'll get you through the bear market and keep your portfolio intact.